Okay. Good morning, class. Okay. How are you today? Okay, that's good to hear that you were all fine. So, before anything else, I would like to introduce myself. I'm te I'm your teacher, Jojo de la Cruz, your teacher on PE. So, before we begin with our discussion, may I request everyone to please all stand, and can I ask Mr. Ron Vidal to lead us the prayer? Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be your name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Okay, thank you, Mr. Unbidad. So before you take all your seat, may I request everyone to please pick up all the scattered materials or litters or dirt under your chair, and after that, you may now take all your seat. Okay, thank you. Before we begin, let me present to you our classroom rules. So, the acronym rules. So, may I request everyone to please read. R stands for raise your hand before speaking. So, if you want to speak, if you have any questions or clarifications, just raise your hand. And U stands for use appropriate language when answering. So, don't speak bad words. L stands for listen attentively and thoroughly. So just listen to me and to those of you students who wants to recite for you to understand well our topic. So E ensures the cleanliness of the classroom. So let us ensure all the cleanliness of the classroom. So wag po tayo magkalat ha. And S stands for stay focused and follow directions. So stay focused lang kayo sa akin para mas maunawaan nyo ng maigi ang ating tatalakayin sa araw na ito. Okay. So, bagong lahat, before we begin our discussion, let's have an activity first entitled Fix Me. Okay, the directions are arrange the jumbled letters shown in the screen. So, who wants to recite? Okay, Mr. John, number 1, what? Okay, very good. It's tinikling dance. Okay, let's proceed to number 2. Wants to recite? Yes, Mr. CJ. Okay, very good. It's bamboo. Number 3. Yes, Miss Leah. Very good. It's tinikling bird. A tickling bird. Sorry. Number 4. Yes, Mr. Andre. Late. Very good. That's right. And for the last one. Yes, Mr. Roll. Okay, very good. It's Rondalia. So, based on our activity, what do you think is our topic for today? Okay, Mr. Lardy. Okay, very good. It's tinikling. So, before we begin or start with our topic, let me read first our learning objectives. So, at the end of the period, the learners should be able to A. Describe the origin and history of tinikling as a traditional Filipino folk dance, and B. Appreciate the cultural importance of tinikling as part of Filipino heritage, and C. Demonstrate balance, agility, and teamwork while executing the dance. So, with our topic, tinikling, siguro napapaisip kayo na familiar ba sa inyo ang tinikling? Ano nga ba ang tinikling? So, what is tinikling dance? So, who wants to read? Yes, Miss Jade. Okay. Thank you, Miss Jade. So, ang tinikling ay isa sa mga pinakasikat na traditional Philippine folk dance na nag-umpisa noong Spanish colonial era. So, ang main concept nito ay coordination na may dalawang tao na nagtatap at nag-slide ng bamboo poles sa sahig. Habang yung mga dancers naman ay kailangang mag-step in and out sa pagitan ng mga kawayan. So, it uses rondalia music, which is a sort of serenade that is played by ensemble of strings instruments na nagmula sa Spain noong panahon pa ng Middle Age. And the locomotor movements, which is when locomotor is moving from one place to another. So, and the other main movements are hopping, jumping, and turning. So let's proceed. In Western world, who wants to read? Yes, Miss Navora. Okay, thank you. So, in Western world, so, kung sa atin, inaaral natin ang iba't ibang sayaw ng iba't ibang bansa. So, inaaral din nila ang ating mga sayaw. Kagaya na lang sa US. Alam nyo ba na sikat ang sayaw na tinikling sa US? Sa mga K-12 classes doon, ginagamit ito as a form of an aerobic na nakakatulong ito sa physical skills ng mga students like foot speed at rhythm. So, pero sa kanila, modified kasi ang version nila. Instead of the traditional 3-beat pattern, ginagawa nila itong 4-beat pattern para bumagay sa modern pop music na ginagamit nila sa PE. Then next, wants to read? Yes, Miss Aryan. Okay, thank you. So, dito naman is, kung sa atin, lalo na sa mga probinsya, gaya ng Apayao, marami tayong napagkukunan ng kawayan. Hindi kagaya ng US, dahil mahirap maghanap ng kawayan sa ibang bansa, lalo na't alam naman natin na ang US is almost composed of cities, wherein mas angat ang kanilang bansa. So, kaya mahirap maghanap ng kawayan. Kung kaya, imbes na kawayan ay gumagamit sila ng PVC o yung tubo. Minsan naman tinatanggal nila ang poles at pinapalitan ng elastic bands o garter na nakatali sa paa ng mga estudyante. So, pero ang benefit nito sa setup na ito, pati yung mga students or mga clappers, yung mga may hawak ng bands ay nag-exercise din kasi kailangan din nilang tumalon ng papasok at palabas. Proceed. In Asia. So, dito naman sa atin. So, who wants to read? Yes, Mr. Nabora. Okay, thank you. So, dito naman sa Pilipinas, ang tinikling ay madalas na piniperform bilang part ng isang rural suit, or ang ibig sabihin ng rural suit is that ito yung mga sayaw sa kabukiran or mga pangkat ng mga sayaw sa baryo. And so, kasama nito ang iba pang mga sayaw mula sa Luzon at Visayas. Ang goal ng performance na ito ay pakita at ang simple at masayang lifestyle ng mga tao sa probinsya noong unang panahon. So, let's proceed to the story of tinikling dance. So, may dalawang version ang story ng tinikling dance. So, first version, who wants to read? Yes, Mr. CJ. Okay, thank you. So, first version ito, ayon sa unang kwento, ang tinikling ay galing sa Leyte. Ang mga rice farmers noon ay namumroblema sa mga tickling birds na kumakain ng kanilang pananim. So here is an example of a tickling bird. So today in the Western world, these birds are known as buff-handed orioles, or what we call Hypotynia philippinensis. So the locals set up bamboo traps to protect the crops from these birds. So however, the traps didn't work and the birds would jump over the bamboo poles built to trap them. Soon the locals imitated the hopping motion of the birds and the tinikling dance, also named after the birds it's created. So dahil sa problema ng mga farmers sa mga tickling bird na siyang kumakain ng kanilang pananim, ay naglagay sila ng bamboo traps. Pero ang talino ng mga ibon na ito dahil nagagawa nilang lundagan at iwasan ang mga traps na ginawa ng mga farmers. Kaya doon ay nakuha ng mga locals ang hopping motion na naging basehan ng sayaw at tinawag itong tinikling came from the word tickling bird. Okay. So second version naman. So wants to read? Yes, Mr. Ron. Okay, next slide. Okay, thank you. So, dito naman sa second version, ang second version naman ay medyo mas darker kasi nung unang panahon ng kasila, ang mga Filipino farmers ay mabagal magtrabaho na kung sa plantation at pinaparusahan. Na kung saan pag hindi nila na meet ang kanilang quota ay pinaparusahan sila. Pinapatayo sila sa pagitan ng dalawang kawayan para pag-ipitin ng kanilang mga paa o kung saan para hindi sila masaktan. Kailangang tumalon ng mga farmers para hindi sila maipit sa kawayan. Kaya ang pag-iwas na ito ng parusa ay naging isang artistic dance form. Kaya dito nila nakuha yung sayaw na tinikling dance today. So, lumako tayo sa tinikling dance music. So, who wants to read? Yes, Miss Julian. Okay, thank you. So, sa tuwing may tinikling performance, hindi lang basta sayaw ang makikita natin. Usually, may kasama itong live string band na tumutugtog ng tinatawag nating rondalla music. So, ang rondalla ay isang uri ng western music na nagmula pa noong medieval Spain. Sa medieval Spain, na gaya ng inasahan natin, dinala ito ng mga Espanyol sa Pilipinas noong colonial era. Pero kahit galing ito sa labas, naging bahagi na ito ng ating kultura at tradisyon. So, ang string band na ito ay binubuo ng ilang musikero na gumagamit ng iba't ibang instrumentong di kwadra at ito ay ang mga gitar at ukulele. Siguro alam naman natin to, ang gitara at ang ukulele, di ba? At isa pa dito is ang bandurria, na which is the lead instrument na madalas tumutugtog ng melody. And next is the octavina and laud. So, ito ang octavina at laud ang nagbibigay ng suporta at lalim sa tunog. So, the first rhythmic beat or of the rondalla is what dictates the speed of the dancer's feet. So, kapag bumibilis ang tugtog, kailangan na bilisan ng mga dancers para sila ay hindi maipit sa kawayan. So, dito lang tayo sa costumes and props. So, dito sa costumes, dito sa props natin is bamboo poles. Hindi yan mawawala sa tinikling. So, the bamboo poles that are used in a tinikling performance are usually 6 to 12 feet. So, 6 feet to 12 or 1.8 to 3.7 meters ang haba. So, dito naman tayo sa costumes ng mga babae. The female costumes are they wear traditionally a dress called balintawak or patadyong. So the balintawak are colorful dresses with arched sleeves, and the patadyong is a pineapple fiber blouse paired with checkered skirts. So as we see in the pictures naman, so on the left side is the balintawak. Isa naman dito is the patadyong. So clear naman siguro sa inyo, di ba? Next, sa male costumes, males wear an embroidered formal shirt that Antaket called the Barong Tagalog, which is the country's national outfit for Filipino men. The barong is usually paired with red trousers. So dito naman is sa mga lalaki costumes is usually used Barong Tagalog na pinapartneran nito ng red trousers. So and another dito is sa pagsayaw ng tinikling is kailangan dapat nakapaa ang mga dancers. Let's proceed to the tinikling basic dance steps. So here are the single tinikling dance. So do these steps. So here are the single tinikling dance. Next are the double tinikling dance naman. Let's proceed to the skill related and skills in tinikling. So who wants to read? So agility. Yes, Miss Joan. So okay, thank you. So agility. So dito naman sa agility, ito yung bilis ng pag-change ng direction. Kailangan nito ng mga dancers kapag umiikot o tumatalon palabas ng kawayan para hindi maipit. Okay. So sa coordination naman, who wants to read? Yes, Mr. Large. Okay, thank you. So coordination, ito naman ay ito yung pagsasabay-sabay ng galaw. Habang tumatalon ang mga paa or footwork, dapat tama rin ang movement ng mga kamay. And so, power naman. So, dito is clapping of bamboo poles while maintaining the speed. So, dito sa powers, na-apply ito sa mga clappers. Kasi, kailangan ng lakas para mapatunog ang mga kawayan. Siyempre, para may beat, diba? So, habang sinasabayan ang tamang bilis o speed. So, kailangan ng power para siya itumunog yung mga kawayan. So, sa speed is maintaining in the rhythm of the dance. So, kailangan makisabay sa rhythm o tempo ng sayaw. Kapag bumilis ang musika, dapat bumilis din ang inyong mga galaw. So, balance. So, stay standing on leg with. Okay. So, dito na sa balance, napaka-importante nito lalo na kapag nakatindig ka sa isang paa habang naghahop sa loob at labas ng bamboo poles. So, reaction time ito yung pinaka-critical. Dapat mabilis ang reflexes mo para makatalon palabas bago mag-clash o magsara ang mga kawayan. So, dapat mabilis yung reaction time mo. Yung sasakbayan mo yung pag-clap ng nakataas na yung mga paa. So, ang tanong class. So, kung kayo, alin sa mga skills na ito ang tingin nyo ay pinakamahirap i-master? Okay. Yes, Mr. Jan? Okay, very good. Yes, another answer? Yes, Mr. Andre? Okay, very good. Oh yes, there's another answer. Yes, Miss Leah? Okay, very good. So, bali, actually, lahat ng skills na ito ay magkakaugnay. Pero, alam nyo bang pinaka-secret weapon sa tinikling? So, ang pinaka-secret weapon sa tinikling ay trust. Kasi, why? Bakit? Kasi kailangan mong magtiwala sa mga clappers mo na hindi ka nila sasadyaing ipitin. At kailangan din nilang magtiwala na sundan mo ang rhythm nila. So, it's a team effort. Kaya need ng bawat isa na magtulungan at magtiwala sa isa't isa upang maging successful ang performance. So, dance is the soul of oneself that mirrors the culture and tradition of the whole nation. So dances are significant not only in developing one's cultures and tradition, but also in describing a person's patriotism, nationalism, and love for the country. The dance technically greatly reflect the culture and traditions of the Philippines, not only because it is a Philippine folk dance, but because it shows how happy and enjoy it is in the life in the countryside. So, dance is the soul of oneself na nagre-reflect ng culture ng tradition sa buong bansa. So, ibig sabihin nito, ang pagsayaw ay hindi lamang simpleng galaw ng katawan. Ito ay kaluluwa ng isang tao na sumasalamin sa kultura ng tradisyon ng kanyang bayan. So, dances are significant not only in developing one's culture and tradition, kundi pati na rin sa pagpapakita ng patriotism, nationalism, at love for the country. So, kapag sumasayaw ka ng traditional dance, parang sinasabi mo na, mahal ko ang aking country. So, ito is pinagpamalaki mo ang iyong pinagmulan. Tapos, specifically, tungkol sa tinikling. Isa itong sikat na Philippine folk dance, which is sobrang nagre-reflect ng culture at traditions natin. Bakit? Kasi hindi ito ay isang traditional folk dance ng Pilipinas, kundi dahil pinapakita nito kung gaano kasaya at kasiyahan ang pamumuhay sa probinsya at or countryside. So, yung mabilis na hakbang, yung pag-iwas ng mga kawayan na tumatama, yung teamwork ng dancers, lahat yan ay sumisimbolo sa kasiyahan or resilience at masayang buhay ng mga Pilipino sa kanayunan. So parang sinasabi ng tinikling na kahit may mga hamon o yung pag-ipit ng kawayan o yung mga kawayan na kaya nating iwasan at magsaya pa rin. Kaya naman tuwing ginagawa natin ang tinikling, hindi lang tayo sumasayaw. Pinapakita natin ang pagmamahal sa ating kultura, sa ating bayan, sa ating tradisyon. Simpleng masayang buhay ng mga Pilipino. So, class, that's for our lesson. So, let's have an activity which entitled is Stop the Battle Tinikling Challenge. So, the directions are students sit on or stand in a big circle. Number 2, the teacher spin the bottle in the center and calls a number from 1 to 36. Number 3, the student with the number stops the spinning bottle. Number 4, the teacher asks a question about the tinikling dance. Number 5 is the students answer the question. 6, if the answer is correct, the students pick a new number from 1 to 36, cannot repeat their own number. Number 7 is the new student stops the bottle, answers the next question, and picks again. And the last, number 8, is the game continues until time is up or all the questions are used. So here are the questions, class. So number 1, what does the tinikling dance imitate? Ano nga bang ini-imitate ng tinikling dance? So, okay, very good. It is the tickling bird. So, in which province did the tinikling dance originate? Okay, very good. It's Leyte. So, what kind of music is usually used for tinikling? Yes. Okay, very good. It's rondalia music. So, what bird is the tinikling named after? Very good. It's the tickling bird. So, name one traditional costume for female dancers in tinikling. Okay, very good. Patadyong or balintawak. Okay, so name one traditional costume for male dancers in Tinikling. Okay, very good. It's Barong Tagalog. So, how many bamboo poles are used in the tickling dance? Very good. It consists of two. So, where is the tickling dance usually performed? Okay, very good. It's actually performed in our schools, fiestas, performance, or anything. So, is tinikling considered a folk dance or modern dance? Okay, very good. It's folk dance. So, why it's tinikling important to Filipino culture? Okay, very good. So, it's portrait art nationalism. Okay, very good. So, that's for our activity. So, okay, done class. So, let's have a quiz. So, get one fourth sheet of paper and answer the following question. Okay, are done class. So, let's begin. So, number one, tinikling is a blank from Visayas. Okay, number one, what's the answer? Okay, very good. It's folk dance. Okay, let's proceed to number two. It is a colorful dresses with white arch sleeves. So A. Balintawak, B. Patadyong, C. Barong Tagalog, D. Barosaya. Okay, done class. So what's the answer? It's letter A. Balintawak. So let's proceed to number three. Boys wear an unmiked embroidered shirt called A. Balintawak, B. Barong Tagalog, C. Patadyong, and D. Trousers. Okay, what's the answer, class? It's letter B. Okay, very good. So let's proceed to number four. So what is the traditional attire for women in Michelin called A. Barong Tagalog, B. Barot Saya, C. Patadyong, D. Patadyong or Balintawak. Okay, done class. Okay, what's the answer for number four? Okay, very good. It's letter D. Patadyong or Balintawak. So for the last, number five, what is a traditional Filipino folk dance which originated during the Spanish colonial era? A. Bamboo dance, B. Tinikling, C. Visayas dance, D. Folk dance. Okay, done class? Okay, very good. It's Tinikling, letter B. So, for your assignment, answer me or answer me. Okay, the directions are answer the following questions. Number one, what did you like about this dance? Number two, what was challenging about this dance? So this is our quote for today. Like the twinkling bird, navigating the bamboos, life may clap its drops around you, but with grace, timing, and a resilient spirit, you can dance through the challenges and emerge triumphant. Okay. So, do you have any questions or clarification, class? So, if there's none, so that's all for our lesson for today. I hope you understand our topic and learn. Okay, that's all. Thank you.